What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a reading for all my Virgo sun sign friends. If you were born between the dates of August 23rd and September 22nd, then you are a Virgo sun sign, and this video is for you. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at the month ahead for the month of November for all the Virgo sun signs out there. This spread is designed to tell you what past, present, and future energies you have surrounding you, what to hold on to and let go of in the month of November, what obstacles and what lessons are going to be in your path in the month of November. Basically, it's designed to give you the leg up on November so you can go into it making it the best month possible. Let's introduce you to my crystal friends. I've got my sodalite sphere, which I have with me for every reading. You guys know him. I also brought a moonstone egg to give a boost to the psychic abilities. And I also brought a rough raw tanzanite from Africa, and it's got a very vibrant energy to it, so I thought it would be helpful for today's reading. Today we're going to be using the Super 8-Bit Tarot. This is a video game themed deck that I love greatly. It's very colorful, it's very fun, so it's going to be a fun reading. If you want to learn more about this deck, I have a deck review on my channel, so I'll put a link in the card so you can click on that and head on over there. But if you would, give me a moment to center myself and ask the tarot cards a question. What are the energies surrounding Virgo sun signs in the month of November? Alright, that ought to do it. We will cut the deck and deal them out. And while we were at it, we're going to consult the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. And we're going to ask it what spiritual message it has for Virgo sun signs this November. What spiritual message for Virgo sun signs this November? Excellent. We're going to take a look at that card at the end of the reading. So, looking at this, I'm seeing a lot of... a nice mixture of cards here. I'm seeing some pentacles and some wands mostly, but there's some cup energy around. No sword energy, so we'll see what that means as we get into it. I'm going to look at these cards individually, and then we're going to take a look at them as a whole. So the first card we're going to look at is this one, and it represents the energies of last month, the energies of October. We've got the Knight of Wands. Seems like October was a very... I hate to use the word busy, because it's not necessarily busy, but a month where you were putting in a lot of action, where you were doing a lot of things. So you might have been busy. Some of you probably were busy. Remember, this is a general overall reading, and not everything applies to everybody. So, figure out how these cards apply to you. But, the Knight of Wands is about putting in action towards goals. It's about doing the things that are necessary to create and to manifest. And following the intuition and going forward with the intuition. So I do get the feeling that there was a lot of activity with you Virgos in the month of October. And you might not have necessarily been busy, but you definitely were active is the feeling that I get. And, sometimes when this happens, we kind of, forget... well, I'll talk about that in a moment. Okay. All right, this card here represents the present, current energies. We've got the Seven of Cups. I feel that now, Virgo friends, is a time of a little bit of confusion. You're not sure where to put your energy. You've been putting your energy into different places in October, but we're getting to the point now, I get the feeling, that you're not exactly 100% sure which way to proceed, which way to go. There's a lot of options in your path here, and you're not 100% sure which one to choose. So I do get the feeling of indecision at this time. I get the feeling of just not being sure of how to proceed. being at sort of like a fork in the road, except this fork has like 8 different directions you can go into, and they all seem, to have their positives and negatives. So it's really hard to decide, which way do I go? And that's the feeling I'm getting for you guys right now. Let's see where that's headed as we look into this card, which represents the month of November, next month's energies, and we've got the Hierophant. Give me a moment with this card. Alright, the word I'm getting is guidance. I think in November, a lot of you are going to seek guidance. For some of you, this is going to be spiritual in nature. Maybe you reach out to your favorite tarot reader, or you find a guru or, a teacher who kind of leads you in the right direction. If you're religious, then this could be seeking out the church, talking to a priest or a rabbi or whatever you believe in. Others, this could just mean communicating with your guides. For those who are a little bit more spiritually, I hate to use the word advanced, but progressed. Okay, this could be reaching out to your guides for guidance. However you seek guidance, I do feel like you're going to need it, you're going to want it, and you're going to find it in the month of November. And I think they're going to, this guidance is going to help you to figure out this chaotic energy that you're feeling now of not knowing which way to progress, which way to go. And it's going to lead you to seek guidance. And I think this is a good thing. Just make sure that you're still making a decision that you want to make. Sometimes if we're feeling vulnerable or confused, we'll seek out guidance and we'll kind of follow their guidance no matter what, just because we're at such a vulnerable time. And I think it's important to avoid that. Yes, these gurus, these religious figures, your guides, they're all very wise, and and tarot readers, they're all very wise and they have good information, but you need to put it through your personal filter before you act on anything, before you really choose what to believe and what not to believe. You put it all through your filter. That's the warning I'm giving to you. Not a warning. I use these extreme words all the time. Not a warning, but that's my advice, okay, is to trust these people, but in the end, you truly trust yourself to go through the information and figure out what rings true for you. Alright, this card here represents what to hold on to in the month of November. We've got the Knight of Coins. And to me, this card is asking you to take things slowly. There's no rush in November. I think, October seemed pretty hectic and things were going all over the place. But now we've got, these guys staring each other down, the knights here. But I think what this card is saying is that it's time to move forward. It's time to progress, but there's no rush. Take things as they come. Take things slowly in November. Yeah, okay, it was kind of hectic in October and you're doing things and getting things accomplished, but I think the energies are changing for you now, and November is going to be more of a time to, yes, move forward, yes, continue to put in action, but take things a little bit slower. There doesn't need to be such chaos and such hurriedness. There doesn't need to be such of I can't think of the word I was about to use. I just had it. Okay, whatever. You get the picture. So take things easy in the month of November, and slow and steady, I think, is going to help you a little bit. And, since you're at this phase where you're not 100% sure, I mean, you got to get guidance before you can move forward, basically, is what's going on here, Virgo friends. So it's going to be hard to move forward anyway. Okay? All right, let's move here. This card represents your biggest hurdle or biggest obstacle you're likely to face in the month of November. We've got the Five of Cups. And I think what we're dealing with here is a tendency to focus on negative emotions or negativity in general. The way I look at this card, there's 5 cups here, and 3 of them are spilled, and this guy is just like crying over the spilled cups. They're like elixirs in this deck because it's video games, right? So he's kind of crying over the spilled cups, but he's so focused on it that he doesn't realize that there's 2 full cups right behind him. That, there's so much good emotions to focus on, but it's so easy for us to focus on the negative, right? The negative kind of takes precedence, and we focus on that rather than seeing the positives. And that's going to be a hurdle or an obstacle for you in the month of November, is focusing on the positives and even realizing that they're there. That's the thing about it, is when we're kind of wrapped up in our negative emotions, we forget that the positive ones even exist. We kind of push them back because we're so consumed by negativity. That's what negative energy does. It confuses you. It puts you on the wrong path. It distracts you. And that's going to be your hurdle. That's going to be the biggest obstacle for you in the month of November, especially considering, the Seven of Cup energy here, especially since the confusion, right? There's a little bit of confusion here. And with confusion comes, negative energies. And allowing yourself to get sucked up in those is going to be a challenge for you this month. So definitely focus on that. At around every corner, just think about the positives. Maybe make a list when you wake up of like 5 or 6 different things that you're grateful for. And if you focus on those the first thing in the morning, you're not going to have time to just dwell on the negative. So that's something that you can do to help you this month, Virgo friends. This card here represents what to let go of in the month of November. We've got the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, this card is telling me that you need to move your focus away from the end goals. Yes, your goals are important, and yes, you want to materialize those goals. You want a great home, a happy family, kids or whatever, or whatever your goals are, right? Especially your physical goals in the physical world, as far as making money and stuff like that. Yes, they're important to have, and you have to focus on them. But this month is more of a month of figuring things out almost at a spiritual level. And once you figure things out at a spiritual level, then you can focus on that. You can have more focus and more clearer focus, because once you have the spiritual picture put together, then the physical picture just falls into place by itself, basically. So it's not the time to focus on that. Yes, you're going to be moving forward towards it. The Knight of Coins said that you're going to be moving towards your goals, but do it slowly, right? And don't worry about the end goal so much. Worry more about the direction rather than the destination. This is a month for finding direction, not for arriving at our destination, Virgo friends. So that's basically the gist I'm getting from that card, or these cards together. So yeah, it'll come in time. And then in December, I'm sure you can go back to your Knight of Wands energy and go get them, and go accomplish those goals. But for now, for November, it's a time of finding direction. All right, this card here represents the energy of the people around you in the month of November. We've got the Six of Wands. I just want to state that there's going to be individuals in your life who carry individual energies, but this card kind of represents the energies as a whole of people in your life. And the Six of Wands leads me to believe that I don't know, your friends, your family, your coworkers, even strangers, for the most part, are going to be kind of self-centered. They're going to be kind of, well, what about me? You know what I mean? What about me? Oh, that's nice for you, but what about me? Those kind of people, or when that happens, right? It's just like, oh, it's okay. You don't look down on the person, but it's just like, this is a give and take here. And yes, what about you? But, what about me? You know what I mean? So basically what I'm trying to say is that the people in your life are going to be a little bit focused on their own sort of thing, and they're going to be, bragging about their accomplishments, and they're going to be, trying to show you how much of a leader they are. And this is, again, the energy of people as a whole. Some people aren't going to embody this energy in your life. But, as a whole, if you do feel this happening, it's okay. Let these people go on their little ego trip if they need to. Just don't let it affect you, right? Don't let them try to emasculate you, or what's the female version of emasculate? Defeminize. Don't let them defeminize you. Okay? And protect your energy. And I think everything will be great. And, this will pass. This energy will pass, and they'll return to their old selves, eventually. But this is just for November, and, take it as you will. Okay? All right. This last card represents the biggest lesson you're likely to learn in the month of November. And we have ourselves the Hanged... Oh, my goodness. Tarot, you are crazy. Tarot's crazy. So, I talked about having a period of figuring things out. And that is what the Hanged Man is. The Hanged Man does. He is hanging out, not really going forward, not going backwards, just hanging where he is, just waiting. But he's not waiting, just twiddling his thumbs. He's thinking about things. He's figuring things out. He's formulating a plan and a strategy, and he's, checking in on his emotions to see how he feels. This is not an idle time. But to an outside observer, it might look idle. It might look like you're trying to figure things out, like you're trying to figure out which path to go down. But the Hanged Man is, he's illuminated, and no gender. I mean, he or she. This is the energy of just figuring things out and taking a break, and so that when you start again, you have all the momentum and vigor and understanding and clarity that you need to make forward progress. So don't be depressed. Don't be sad, Virgo friends. If you're moving from. Here's the thing. I get the feeling that October was just, a time for you to just be busy and do stuff. But we're moving now to this time of just slowly winding down because of either confusion or uncertainty in which way to progress. And so I definitely see November as being a time for you to find that guidance, however you like to find it. However it comes to you is great. It doesn't have to be, it could be like, a dream. Guidance comes to us in all different ways. And I know I said that some of you would find a teacher or would find a tarot reader or would find a spiritual leader to help guide you. But, this guidance can come in any way. So be open to the guidance, definitely. And, however the universe wants to guide you, even if it's just subtle signs that you see along the way, then that is guidance. And that is what's going to be the focus of November. So I do feel like there is a propensity here, a possibility of you getting a little bit sad, a little bit depressed or morose because you had all this momentum in October. Now all of a sudden it's come to a halt, and now you're not really sure. So there might be a tendency to get sad or depressed about it, but don't. Focus on the positive energy. Focus on the Hanged Man. Yes, you're stuck in place, but no, you're not wasting time. Be sure you're not wasting time. And the way to do that is just to hold on to slow and steady. Yes, you make forward progress while you're trying to figure things out, but you don't need to rush into things. You don't need to hurry things. Let things unfold naturally and keep moving forward, but do it in a pragmatic way, a slower way, a more methodical way, and let things unfold for you instead of trying to push them. And take your eyes off the end goal. Yes, your vision for the future is very important, and visualizing the end goal is very important, but realize that it's not going to come this month. It doesn't have to come this month. It'll come when it's ready. And if you're just, if you're going through this journey with the end goal as your main thing, you're not really living in the present moment, and you're missing all the beauty around you. So live in the present moment, not so much in the future, and focus on the now. And I think that's going to help you immensely. So the future is, it doesn't exist. Okay, so you're really, you're just wasting the present moment, essentially. Although it is still good to visualize and to have a plan, but let's not fixate on it. And then the people around you are going to be, I don't know, I just get the feeling that they're not going to be here to help you necessarily. I think they're on their own mission, right? So keep that in mind as you interact with people this month in November. But the overall lesson here is that it's okay to embody this Hanged Man energy. It's okay to be stuck in place, Virgo friends. There's no shame in it. Just make sure you're using this time wisely. And in fact, this could be a huge push in the right direction, because you find these understandings only when you can stop and take a bigger view of things, right? If we're always pushing forward with this Knight of Wands energy, sometimes we can't stop and smell the roses, and sometimes the roses have answers. All right, so let's take a look at the Keepers of the Light Oracle. We asked it, what's spiritual message for Virgos in the month of November? And we've got the Holy Spirit. Expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. And this goes along with the Knight of Coins that I was talking about, where, trust in the universe and trust that things will unfold for you. That the universe will, has perfect timing. It'll put everything you need in your path when you need it and only when you need it. So that's something to kind of realize this November. And if you're feeling sad or depressed that you're not moving forward like you were before, or you're sad and depressed because you lack direction or lack focus, remember that the universe is conspiring to help you. It's just you have to see the love, you have to see the miracles around you. Sometimes miracles take the form of innocuous events, but if we look deeper and really see that it was actually a message being brought to us, then the miracles are all around you all the time. And you're being guided, whether it's through a spiritual leader or your guides or a psychic reader or whatever. There's guidance for you, and all you have to do is seek it out. And I think that's what's going to happen in November, is you seeking out guidance, you getting guidance, and starting to realize what the next step is. Okay. Alright, so that is the reading, Virgo friends. I hope you got something out of that. Remember, this is a general overall reading. If you want a specific reading tailored just for you, then head on over to my Etsy shop. I'll put a link in the description box below. You can just click on that and get sent over there and see the various different readings I have, where we can work together to solve any issues or problems that you might have. So I'd really appreciate it if you go check that out. If you like this video, please consider giving it a like, hitting that like button. That lets me know that you enjoyed it and got something out of it, so I'd appreciate that as well. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, put those in the comment section. I'd love to hear how these readings affected you, so let me know about that. I'd appreciate that as well. And if you really enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. Hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all the videos I release, monthly, or two readings a month, plus weekly reading every week, and all sorts of things you don't want to miss out on. So hit that subscribe button. All right, Virgo friends, it's a month of self-discovery. It's a month of just being patient. But if you are patient but still using your time wisely, then you're going to make November the best month possible. So have a great month, Virgo friends. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.